Hello, beautiful souls. I am Valeria Maritza at Healing Through You. I am an infinite being of light, and so are you. Today, I want to talk to you about what healing looks like, sounds like, feels like when you have arrived at a point in your life when you might feel as if you don't care anymore about others or what's going on, and or others might actually perceive you as not caring anymore for others or what's going on. And that is key because it's not apathy, it's not being disconnected from what's happening, from the now, from your surrounding. It's actually quite the opposite. It is becoming really well connected with your inner self, with your heart, with your soul, at a level that you are able to see things from a different perspective, much higher than the one that is inside of your body, but like outside, almost as if you are part of the divine, which you are, but like just to get a visual, right? Seeing it from outside, everything that you do and everything that anyone that is connected to you does, and how they are attached to you, reacting to you, all of those different little ripples that happen with one word, one thing that we do. And so becoming really connected with us, with our true selves, requires, here it goes, love. And love, I have been talking about love a lot lately because the word love has so many different meanings, right? If you look up love in the dictionary, you'll find a lot of different meanings. There's different types of love. I love food. I love my husband. I love my child. I love my parents. Those are all different types of love. You understand this, right? I love going to the beach. All different loves, but you're using the same word. And it doesn't end there. It also has to do with your actual experiences, because not everyone experiences the same thing. So I can say I love the beach, and someone next to me can say I love the beach, but they may mean a completely different type of love or a completely different level of it. How does this happen? Because we are using the word that is attached to our own experiences. Whatever we have experienced in this life is what we give that label love to, the experience. So if let's say someone who grew up in a family where they were neglected, and they were striving for their parents to give them love, to see them, to feel worthy, and the parents were just not there for them emotionally, and then that one time that the parent maybe put a blanket on top of them, they felt love because it was. And now they have that attachment that when someone gives you some type of coverage or gentleness, that means love in its purest form. But the person can be giving you a blanket and cursing at you at the same time. Here's this fill in the blank curse blanket. Yet, as a child, if that's all you've ever received, you might put the word love to that and feel that that's what it is. And this is how the patterns begin, right? This is how people grow up, and they start searching and reaching and finding abusive relationships when they're being abused, the same as when they were as children. And they get their little bits and pieces here and there where they are feeling love because they are mimicking something that they felt that they thought was love in their childhood. And so the word love as humans really has a meaning that we give it to. We give the meaning to the word love that is attached to our own personal experiences. So when I talk about, or anyone talks about loving yourself, love yourself first, and we are attached to this human way of loving, then we are going to have a hard time loving ourselves. We're going to have a hard time realizing what it means, feeling that pure love that actually makes us feel loved and held and understood and seen all at the same time. We're going to have a hard time if we don't actually have experienced that pure, true love in our world, that we're able to connect it and then say, oh, that's what it means, right? So lots of times if you see a baby and you hold that baby and you see how fragile they are, how dependent they are, and they're smiling at you, you can feel the unconditional love from that baby. Same thing is for an animal. You have an animal, you connect with the animal comes to you, hugs you, or purrs at you, or whatever it is, and you feel that connection. This is why so many people um, grieve the loss of their pets so much more than the loss of family members or even friends, because they haven't experienced that true love from the humans as they have from an animal. Different topic, but relevant here on this subject. And so, what we are talking about today really is feeling that pure, unconditional, divine love within us. And once we're able to feel that and know that within our hearts, that we really love ourselves, then we are able to put aside or step away from the triggers, the people who are not doing the best things for us or for our best interest. We are able to see ourselves as the divine. We are able to see those who are acting in a way that is not as nice towards us with love, light, and compassion. It is a completely different way. It's separating ourselves from the human that we believe we are, the just this pure human figure with a soul inside, and seeing ourselves as the pure infinite divine person or human or being that we are, and seeing everything from that point of view. Once you're able to make that decision within your heart, this is something that happens in your heart, in your core, then you're able to separate yourself from just the single human figure that plays out the role that you're playing as a human here. See yourself as a divine being of light, and then you begin to give yourself love and compassion. Then you begin to see what is best for you, the human in this life, and you begin to anchor in what that is without feeling badly, sorry, guilty about the perpetrators, the people who are in your life, who are giving you the judgment, the unsolicited opinions. You know what I'm talking about. And so what happens is that you're able to see yourself as this unique, beautiful, divine being of light. And you see, like, oh, you know what? From up here, I can see that these people around me, whomever it might be, you fill in the so you fill in the blank. And then those people who might be saying things that are not nice to you, it might be even a job, it might be a job that you're in, it might be a situation, a neighborhood you live in, it depends, right? You get to see it from outside and you're like, you know what, this is really not in my best interest, this is not good for me or my soul, this is not bringing me joy, love, compassion, this is not allowing me to feel fulfilled in this human life that I chose to come here and reincarnate and live. And therefore, I'm going to let go of it. I'm going to send them love and compassion. I'm going to see, oh yeah, I see where they are. I see that this is their journey. I see the pain that they're going through, which is um, coming out and being projected towards me because that's all they knew in their path. You don't have to even go that deep. All you have to see is that whatever that it is that is coming towards you that is not pure love and compassion, it's not good for you. It's not in your best interest. And so you're able to step back and then not actually be triggered by what's happening, but what they're saying, but what they're doing towards you. And so it may seem to others as if you no longer care. And so I'm going to give you an example here. So let's say you are in a relationship where you're not validated, or you're always being made fun of, or you're being put down for anything that or everything that you do, right? Or it might be just half the things that you do, or or everything that you do, it doesn't matter, right? But it makes you feel down, it makes you doubt yourself, it makes you feel less than, right? And throughout your life, you've had experiences like this where you have felt this. It could have happened from a parent, it could have happened from an older sibling, it could have happened from a best friend who really wasn't your best friend, or from a teacher, or a partner, or even your boss, right? Something, when the boss tells you, oh, you did something wrong, and you're like, oh, afraid I'm going to lose my job, or something like that, or like, what's going to happen, like maybe I'm not going to get a raise, all of those thoughts, right? I'm being made to feel that I am less than or not good enough, and therefore there's going to be some type of negative something happening because of this. And so what do? We begin to either say what they want to hear, receive the harsh words without defending ourselves. We make ourselves small, and we don't speak up for the purposes of keeping the security that we're living in, even though we may not be enjoying it. Did you hear what I said? It's keeping the security. Like, I'm not really enjoying this, but I'm so much more afraid of the unknown that I'm just going to keep it here. I'm going to stay here. This is a lot safer, and I feel so much better being here in this abusive relationship than going out there and finding another job or another partner or whatever it is, right? And so we stay. And that's the human you. But once you have healed enough and you're able to see yourself from the outside, as if you were watching a movie and you're watching yourself being talked down to by this other person, and you see it from outside, you're like, oh yeah, like, how come I didn't see this before? Like, it's so obvious to me from out here. Then you have this calmness fill your body and come within you. And once you have this calmness, then you know, like really know what it is that you must do. Whether it is speak up, walk away, tell the person you're no longer available to be spoken to this way, leave, whatever it is that is coming up for you. And you do this without anger. You've all seen relationships where something's happening, and then the one who's always being put down completely loses it, and they just yell, scream, maybe even throw some punches, and become very destructive because the feeling has like boiled over, and there's no more. I can no longer take this. I can no longer hold this. And then there's this big burst of energy that comes out. We don't know how to deal with it or how to behave it or how to gear this energy. And so that's what happens. But that doesn't get us anywhere, because then you are just seen as the crazy person, the person who does not have any control over themselves, or any type of negative thing that people can put on other people for their behavior when they're being erratic, right? So this is different than when you are actually giving yourself love, because if you see yourself in love, with love, and you want what's best for you with love, then you are able to remove yourself from the situation, not react the way that you used to. Just move away, step back, not respond even sometimes, because you know it's for your higher self. And at the same time, it's as if you no longer care what they're saying. And it's not that you don't care, it's just that it no longer affects you. And so if you have been in a relationship where you have been taking the blame, or taking whatever it is that's coming towards you, and then you've been feeling guilty and you feel like it was your fault and you're trying to make amends, or whatever it is that your cycle is, you're not going to do that anymore. You're just going to sit back, you're going to relax, you're going to take a couple of deep breaths, you're going to walk away maybe, but you're not going to respond the way you used to. And to the other person, it's going to seem as you no longer care, because you're not going towards them with the apology, with the calm down, with the I'll do whatever you want, which to them sounds like I care about you. I don't want you to be upset. I'm sorry I did this. Let's get together, right? Or let's continue this relationship, whether it's, like I said, like a professional relationship or a romantic personal relationship. That person's used to you behaving this way, but once you have healed enough and you're able to step away and not respond, not cave in to their energy, then it's going to seem as if you don't care. But that's not it at all. It's actually the complete opposite. What's happening is that now you are caring so much for you. And it is not being selfish. Oh, I care only about me and not the others. No, not at all. Again, when you heal yourself, you shine out your light even brighter and further, which means that your strong pillar of light can reach and heal so many more people just by them being around your energy. And so when you're healing yourself, and it seems as if you don't care to others, you're actually caring more because your light is so much stronger that you can actually give them more of your light. And if they are ready to take it and accept it and see it, they will raise their frequency to come to you, which means they are getting healed. You are helping them heal. If they're not ready, if they're like, this is BS, you don't care anymore, and I'm out of here because your light is so bright they can no longer take it, they will leave your life. They will leave your life, or they will kick you out if they're your boss and you're getting fired. It's because they do not want, they're not ready to come into the light. You are the light. So they're not ready to continue hanging out with you, being with you, keeping you as an employee. And that's okay. And it may seem as if this is chaos and this is hurtful, especially if you're talking about the one job that you had that was providing food for your family, or the one partner that you spent so many years with. It might feel really, really scary. If they're not ready to match you up, to come up to meet you in your high frequency, and they choose to let go, then you need to let them go. And this is where standing strong in your peaceful pillar of light, of healing, comes in so handy, because it's not that it's not going to be hurtful, right? You're still human. You're still feeling the feelings that humans go through. This is why you came here, to feel the feelings. But you're going to be able to feel the feelings and at the same time have a feeling of peace. That does not happen. It does not show itself into our awareness when we are not healed at this level. If you're trying to not trying if you're working on your on healing yourself, on your awareness, and you're standing up to others and shining your light, and you're getting fired, or family members are kicking you out, your friends are leaving, your romantic partner is letting you go as well, and you are not healed to the point that you can really see yourself with pure love, then that is going to be really painful. You're going to feel as if like everything's wrong. I did something wrong. It was my fault. You're going to blame yourself. It's going to be very difficult to come out of it. But when you really are truly at the point, at the level that you are able to love yourself, then all of the people that leave, or if they let you go, doesn't feel as bad, because you have an assurance from your guides, from your higher self, from God, from whomever it is that you are working with, that you believe in, that they've got your back, that everything's going to be okay, that this is just the storm before the calm. Is it the calm before the storm? I said it backwards, but you guys get the point, because this is the way it came through. This is the stormy part of your life. And then after that, it's going to be calm. It's going to be nice. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be something even better, a better job opportunity, a better partner, friends that are aligned with you, who can see you and believe in what you're doing, as opposed to the ones that are so skeptical and condescending and judgmental of you. So this is what it feels like. And you're not at that point if you are feeling so distraught that you really want to go back and ask for forgiveness and ask for them to take you back in any way or form. That means that you're not healed enough yet, because you're not loving yourself enough. If you love yourself enough, then you can see how destructive these relationships may be in your life. And therefore, letting them go, as painful as it might be, still has a light at the end of the tunnel, because I'm letting go of this because it wasn't good for me, but I know that something better is coming. And as painful as this is, I'm still loving myself more. And it is in that knowing that you love yourself more that the peace comes in. This level of healing happens, it can happen really quickly, or it can take a long time. It depends on how you move, how much healing work you're doing, your journey, right? We're all different. So there's no specific time. People can ask, oh, well, how long does it take? Does it take a couple of days, weeks, months, years? Yes, 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 yes. It all depends on you and your level of healing. But you will know when you have arrived there, because someone's going to trigger you. It's going to be the same thing, the same pattern, the same exact thing that you've lived throughout your whole life, and you are going to be changed. You are going to be at peace, and you're going to feel like, I'm done. Not taking that anymore. I just love myself too much. I'm just going to walk away. You're going to step back. You're going to feel sure and safe within your own body, and they're going to have to figure it out. They're going to have to figure out whether they want to continue with you, if they're going to rise up to your frequency, or if they want to continue vibrating at the frequency that they are, not seeing you, putting you down and others. It depends on them. It is no longer you, right? Because we do not have any type of power over others. We each one of us, each body embodying our souls in our bodies here, have choice. We have a choice whether we stay or we go, whether we raise our frequency, whether we lower our frequency. We have the choice. You do not have the power to change others. You can only change yourself. You can only heal yourself. When you heal yourself, those around you who really truly love you, if they're hurting as well, they will come around. They will meet you. They will come up to meet your frequency, and they will begin their healing journey. That's the way it works. We're not making anyone come over and trying to awaken them and showing them whatever it is that we have gone through. This is our journey. Their journey is to choose, just like you have choice, whether they want to begin their journey or expand their journey and come meet you, right? And so that is the power of getting to a level of healing where you may seem as if you no longer care about others or what's going on around you. You may be accused of these things. Know that if you have someone in your life accusing you of these things, pointing the finger like they don't even care anymore, you can have that little smirk, that little smile coming out of your inner heart of the knowing like, I have arrived. I've arrived at that level of healing where people are noticing the change in me. And because they're not healed, they're perceiving this as me not caring, when in fact you really truly are. When you care about yourself and you heal yourself, you raise your frequency, your level of consciousness, and you allow everyone around you to have that same opportunity. You're shining it's as if you become the sun. You become the sun, and people can decide whether they want to come in and feel the warmth that the sun just gives out to everyone without judgment, right? The sun just shines its rays. Whomever wants it goes outside and gets some beautiful light rays, sunshine, warmth, light coats, whatever it is that you are receiving from the sun. And that's you. That's you as a healed soul, a healed body. I'm not saying you've arrived at the absolute full healing state, because it's an ongoing journey. We're always moving forward. We're always healing. But you're at a point where you have decided to love yourself best over anything and anyone else. Again, that's not being selfish. That is simply realizing that you're not just this human with a little soul inside, but you are an infinite being, an infinite soul having a human experience in a body. You realize that, and you realize from the outside how things and situations around you affect you, and you are no longer available for that. All right. I hope that you guys are getting a lot out of this, because I certainly have. As I am channeling this message, it's just coming out so strongly and so beautiful. I love you so much. I hope that you're getting as much out of this as I have. And again, please like, share, comment. I would love if you could do that. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.